is I feel for many of us, at least here in France, we saw so many of Hillary Clinton's successes as Secretary of State, things to us make her seem perhaps the most obvious choice in this presidential race. And yet it seems the voters in the United States don't agree, or many of them don't agree. Do they just not care about the successes she had as Secretary of State?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, and I don't say this as somebody who's anti-Hillary Clinton or pro-Hillary Clinton. I say this as somebody who's a former State Department official who served under Hillary Clinton. I think actually, in retrospect, it's harder than most people might imagine, viewing it from outside, to cite all of the many sterling successes that she had as Secretary of State. She was a competent and very engaged secretary, but she didn't necessarily, in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of a lot of Foreign Service officers, leave sort of a major and important legacy. You can't talk about a Clinton doctrine. You can't talk about anything where she sort of signally moved the American interest forward, but she was a good sort of general custodian of the job, and she did travel a lot and try to carry out, as best she could, a number of initiatives. In my opinion, part of that was because of certain tensions with the White House and certain problems that she had over Syria, notably, trying to get the president to agree to certain things that she wanted to do. Needless to say, because of Benghazi, and now because of the email revelations, her reputation is somewhat tarnished. I think the way that her inner circle functioned, and this has all come out in terms of some of the emails, has further, dampened or tarnished her overall image. So I think that, you're absolutely right that Hillary Clinton should have come out, given her high popularity ratings as Secretary of State, she should have come out a lot stronger. In my opinion, she probably had a stronger reputation to stand on politically, to advance as an inevitable candidate to succeed Barack Obama from her time as Senator from New York. I'm not so sure, as I said, that her tenure as Secretary of State has necessarily enhanced her standing, several years after. I mean, if she had been running for election in 2014, it might have been possible. But, since then, enough things, and especially the email scandal, have come out that have tended to vitiate whatever good feeling there was about her as Secretary of State.